Broadcasting live from Dar es Salaam, this is TBC News, our top stories. BOT clarifies gold sale plan, refutes social media claims.
It is not true that we are planning to sell gold to fund government infrastructure projects.
Government allocates 2 billion shillings to support digital content creators. Good evening, I am Caroline Maleo. You can also follow us live on our YouTube channel, TBC Online, and also get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook and X pages at TBC Online. The President of Zanzibar and Chairman of the Revolutionary Council, Dr. Hussein Ali Mwinyi, says there is no shortage of food products in the island, directing traders not to increase food prices during Ramadan. Dr. Mwinyi gave the directive when he joined other Muslim believers in the Friday prayers held in Kidongo Chekundu, Urban West region. He insists the month of Ramadan should not be turned to be a platform of increasing prices, but rather a month of seeking mercy and compassion and helping those in need and the powerless ones.
Mimi ninalotaka kulisema ni kwa ndugu zetu wafanya biashara. Mwezi wa Ramadhani isiwe sababu ya kupandisha bei za bidhaa.
What I want to say is to our fellow business people, the month of Ramadan should not be used as a reason to raise the prices of goods. Based on the information we have, which we have verified through government channels, there's no shortage of goods in the country. Rice, sugar, cooking oil, and wheat flour are all sufficiently available. There is no shortage at all. Very often, those who increase prices tell us that there is a shortage or that the ship has been stuck at the port for a long time. This year, however, there is no shortage of any product within the country as we enter the holy month of Ramadan. Therefore, Ramadan should not be used as an excuse to raise prices. Doing so would go completely against the ethics of our work. This is the month of compassion and mercy. Let us show mercy to people with low incomes and not raise prices without justification. The government will be vigilant, and I have already issued instructions to the competition team to inspect all areas. No one should raise prices arbitrarily.
Furthermore, Dr. Mwinyi has urged Muslims to be at the front line in motivating those who are capable to assist the less fortunate, urging Muslims to strengthen community bonds and mutual support as the holy month of Ramadan approaches. And on to the next story. The Director of Financial Markets at the Bank of Tanzania, Emmanuel Akaro, has dismissed online rumors that suggest that the Bank of Tanzania plans to sell its gold reserves to finance the government strategic projects, clarifying that the bank plans to sell only part of its excess gold reserves, valued at $1.3 billion out of the total $3.2 billion in gold holdings, so as to rebalance the currencies. Speaking to TBC News in Dar es Salaam, Akaro further explains that the move is in line with the directive from the Bank of Tanzania's board, which has approved a ceiling that limits the bank's gold reserves to no more than $2 billion.
There's some sort of a partiality in terms of the rumors are not entirely true. There are a couple of issues that have come out from these rumors. Number one, it is not true that we are planning to sell gold to fund government infrastructure projects. Government funding is well articulated through parliamentary process, and that's not part of what we are doing. And another thing is sections 34, 35, and 37 of the Bank of Tanzania Act does not in a way give us mandate to fund government projects directly, but rather through a certain process. So partially the rumors is true in terms of our plan to sell gold, but it is false on the manner in which those gold proceeds will be utilized.
On the other hand, Akaro insists that the proceeds from the sales will be invested in international financing markets.
Where we're going to maximize a profit that we have seen coming from the increase in prices. Of course, the Bank of Tanzania is implementing its domestic gold purchase program, which started on the 1st of October 2024. And since we started the program, we have accumulated fine gold amounting to 18.9 tons, and that worth about 3.188 billion US dollars. Part of that gold is monetary gold that has been monetized, and by monetization we are saying that it has been accredited or certified as monetary gold, and it sits with our global custodian outside the country, and that amounts to about 6.7 tons of fine gold worth around $1.189 billion. We have been accumulating this gold for probably the past 15 months, as I've said, and we do have a limit within which we are supposed to operate our gold as part of our reserves management operations.
According to the director, as of yesterday, the Bank of Tanzania held total foreign exchange reserves worth $6.52 billion US dollars. Of this amount, gold accounts for $1.2 billion US dollars. The US dollar accounts for $3.8 billion US dollars, while the Chinese currency stands at $735 million US dollars. The government of Tanzania has announced 2 billion Tanzanian shillings, equivalent to approximately 780,000 US dollars, so as to support digital content creators across the country. Speaking in Dodoma, the Minister of Information, Culture, Art and Sports, Paul Makonda, said the initiative aims to strengthen the creativity economy by enabling content creators to improve the quality of their work and generate sustainable economy through digital platform. The fund provided by the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, will benefit creators in sectors including tourism, sports, media, social development, music, film, and other creative arts. Registration for eligible applicants will run until January 30th to February 15th, 2026.
Our ministry has been allocated nearly 2 billion shillings to support content creators, particularly young people running online TV platforms and earning a living through social media. Whether it is TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or any other digital platform, the President has decided to empower you so that you can achieve your dreams. Any young person with a dream who has already taken practical steps to pursue it is encouraged to register at their district, municipal, or city council offices. We will assess the applications and provide financial support to help turn those into reality.
Understand what impact the step will have to the country's digital content creators. TBC News spoke with one of the local prominent digital content creators, Baraka Mafole.
I believe this fund will help and benefit Tanzania youth, in specific content creators, because number one, I believe in Tanzania we have a lot of content creators, a lot of youth who are so talented, but the major challenge they're facing practicing content creation is not their talent, is in access, not having ability to have access to funds to pay for software subscription. We, for example, a few days ago, we saw Speed visited different countries. Speed is one of the biggest streamers in the world. When people asked what government should we do to strengthen content creation in Tanzania, people always speak about internet, electricity, but personally, Few things I would like to see government doing for content creators. Number one, they should go and talk to those platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. They should now start to pay creators. Like we have a lot of content creators in Tanzania who are doing big numbers, even compared to creators in Europe. For example, one of the biggest, for example, now we have the biggest content creator in TikTok, a Tanzanian called Uncle Zara. He's one of the biggest skit maker in Tanzania. He has billions of viewers on TikTok, but because he is in Tanzania, he's not making any money from TikTok. But we find out there's a lot of American and creators from Europe who have less number of viewership, but they are making a lot of money from the same platform. So I think government should now go beyond, giving money to content creator is okay, but now they should go and sit with those platforms and tell them now is the time to pay for content creator for Africa. Because for most of platforms, the excuse is like Africa is not, Tanzania, and Africa at large is not bringing enough money. It doesn't bring enough numbers. But now we have a lot of content creators, create billion viewership on their platform. Those platforms are making money from Tanzanian creator. And now is the time for Tanzanian creator also to make money from those platforms. And number two, I think is more of a regulatory change, because I have friends who do street interviews. A lot of places in Tanzania are inaccessible for content creators. Content creators have to pay even to showcase. Sometimes people want to showcase a government project, but they have to pay, and sometimes they face some challenges. Like they have to ask for a lot of, approval. I think that has to change. Creators should be given an access, especially for government projects and places. Yeah, so creators should use this fund strategically. They should use this. Fund to improve their craft. To give us great content. Apart from that, they should also use this fund to create more jobs to other people. Because I believe if now we have good creators creating good content, now means brands will start to pay more for creators, and that will means more people just get a job from just creators. On creative economy. And if that fund is coming as a loan, creators make sure you refund so that you return that. If it comes as a loan, make sure you return so that other people can also get, and it can be sustainable for years to come.
The United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, has awarded grants worth over 40 million shillings to support startup capital for 20 youth-led business projects drawn from universities across the country. Speaking during the awarding ceremony held under the theme, Empowering Tanzania's Next Generation of Job Creators, the Assistant Director of Science, Technology and Innovation at the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Dr. Harun Makandi, emphasized that the Youth Ignite model under the Funguo program comes at a critical time, adding that youth-driven enterprises place Tanzania at a stronger path towards achieving Vision 2050.
And very energetic innovators who pitched their projects. And I don't envy who gets to choose who are the successful ones, because they were all really good. And I was telling someone during the lunch hour, you know what, if I had money, I would just give money to all of them. To me, it's not the ideas or concepts or business cases which work. To me, it is someone actually started something. And if I were to stand here, probably I wouldn't pitch half of what you did. So a round of applause to all the winners who favored.
On their part, development partners supporting the program reaffirmed their commitment to Tanzania's youth agenda, pledging continued support for future cohorts.
I'm confident that you will become a successful entrepreneur. However, at the same time, I would like you to remember one thing. You need patience. Along the way, there will be challenges. So sometimes even small or bigger sangamoto or failures. So don't let those moments to discourage you. Just keep learning, keep trying, and keep developing your new ideas.
Today, as we've heard, is all about the young people, the amazing young entrepreneurs that we're celebrating through the Youth Ignite work. And it was launched with a kind of simple but powerful idea that universities and university students shouldn't have to wait to graduate before they become job creators. And the results are amazing. You know, hearing about the program, I think it's about 1,200 students that applied to the fellowship, and then from that pipeline you had 300 in the ideathons, and then you have the boot camps, and just hearing about those 20 firms that have now translated to 18 firms, that's just so inspiring.
And on to the next story. Preparations for the highly anticipated Serengeti Awards are in their final stages, having reached 99% completion, as organizers confirm readiness ahead of the main event, scheduled for tomorrow, the 31st of January. The prestigious awards ceremony will bring together leaders from the government, the private sector, and key stakeholders in tourism, conservation, and national development. Speaking with TBC News, the Information and Public Relations Officer of the Ministry of Tourism and Natural Resources, Emmanuel Bohohela, says the event will be graced by the Prime Minister of the United Republic of Tanzania, Mwigulu Nchemba, underscoring the government's continued commitment to environmental protection and sustainable tourism.
Mpaka sasa hivi maandalizi yetu kwa ajili ya tuzo za Serengeti, yani the Serengeti Awards.
So far, our preparations for the Serengeti Awards have reached about 90%. By tomorrow, we are fully confident that everything will be in good order. Many of the invited guests have already confirmed their attendance, and the event is expected to be grand and with international standards and very attractive. Therefore, without a doubt, everything will go well. For this event, the guest of honor is the Prime Minister, Honorable Mwigulu Nchemba, who has already confirmed his attendance and is currently in Arusha City. Therefore, those who have received invitation cards are encouraged to attend and witness something truly different in this edition of the Serengeti Awards.
On the other hand, the chairperson of Technical Committee, Haribu Madudu, says all logistical arrangements, including security, protocol, and guest reception, are complete, with only minor final touches underway.
As the arrangements are concerned, we are 99% sure that everything is going well. In terms of, the nominees, and also the winners, and also performance, decor and branding, and everything. So we are quite sure that for 99%, considering that today is Friday and tomorrow is the day, so we wanted to make sure that by today, everything is 100% confirmed and we are ready for the event tomorrow. So we have a total of 51 categories, which we have People's Choice categories, which we are 13, and the public has been busy voting for the, for those who they wish for them to become winners from 2nd of December until, from 2nd of January until 27th. And also we have those categories which are expert panels only, about 38 of them. And in them, we have those which will be given to people who are running business in tourism, but also we have this Lifetime Achievement Awards, we have Appreciation Awards, and also we have that one big award for the night, which is the Visionary Leadership Award.
As Arusha prepares to host this prestigious national event, expectations are high that the Serengeti Awards will once again highlight Tanzania's leadership in conservation and inspire greater efforts towards preserving the country's rich natural resources. The Tanzania Meteorological Authority Team MA urges citizens in the country to take precautionary measures against heavy rainfall and strong winds that may impact various parts of the country, driven by a low-pressure system in the Mozambique Channel. Speaking to TBC, the TMA manager of the Central Forecasting Office, Dr. Kantala Mafuru, says the authority continues to closely monitor the pressure Tanzania and urged citizens to closely monitor daily and weekly weather updates to stay informed.
The steps that people in these areas should take as rainfall continues due to the strengthening air pressure system over the Mozambique Channel include remaining alert and cautious. When such pressure systems develop, they often result in heavy rainfall, which can lead to flooding and strong winds. Therefore, residents in these areas are advised to take precautions and continue following updates from the meteorological authority before engaging in the daily activities.
Furthermore, Dr. Mafuru clarifies further on the decrease in temperatures in the coastal regions.
It's true that Dar es Salaam has been experiencing prolonged high temperatures. However, these conditions are largely due to the overhead sun. This situation mostly occurred around November, when the overhead sun was moving southward across the African continent toward the Tropic of Capricorn.
Dr. Mafuru says on February 5th this year, the TMA expects to provide an overall weather forecast for the upcoming rain season to enable everyone to take appropriate measures to overcome any effects that may arise. Some residents in the Kahama district, Shinyanga region, urged the Tanzania Railways Agency to speed the renovation of the Central Railway to facilitate the transportation of goods and passengers from the Isaka Dry Port area to other areas, including neighboring countries of Congo.
This is one of the areas in the Kahama district, Shinyanga region, which had various economic activities in the past. Due to the presence of the dry port receiving goods via the Central Railway and transport them to several areas, including some of the East African countries. Due to the deteriorating condition of the railway, some of the residents in the district request the government to expedite the renovation of the Central Railway so that the situation returns to its previous state.
The presence of our inland dry port in Isaka is now set to become full operational. This means we expect that many young people and residents in general will be able to access economic opportunities, either through self-employment or formal employment, depending on the timely availability of cargo. We're urging TRC to complete this project as quickly as possible, because once it is finalized, we as residents of Kahama will greatly benefit.
The challenge did not stop the Tanzanian Railways Corporation from meeting with some of the Isaka residents to give them the good news of the start of the railway renovation.
So that a train pulling up to 60 tons can smoothly operate from Dar es Salaam port all the way to Isaka. The main objective of rehabilitating this project is to support economic growth and through the transport sector.
This project, which will start in April this year, will bring the glory days of the Isaka dry port.
Business people and farmers in Isaka will greatly benefit from the dry port. They will be able to receive the goods they have ordered and also transport locally produced goods through the Isaka terminal all the way to Dar es Salaam without any challenges.
Tonight on We Are Tanzania, we look at the importance of peaceful coexistence and how Tanzania's long-standing culture of unity continues today, with the youth playing a role in promoting peace across the nation. Teddy Mparanyanga has more details.
Utanzania wangu ni muungano wetu na tofauti zetu zisibadilike tu.
Tanzania is a nation built not only on land and borders, but on values. From the very beginning, peaceful coexistence has been at the heart of who we are. At independence, our founding father, Julius Nyerere, envisioned a country where unity would rise above difference, where tribe, religion, and political opinion would never divide us. In a nation of more than 120 ethnic groups, Tanzania chose dialogue over division, cooperation over conflict, and peace as a national identity. For decades, Tanzania has stood as a reflection of peaceful coexistence in a region and a world often challenged by conflict. Different cultures live side by side. Churches and mosques share neighborhoods. Communities work together, guided by the belief that unity is strength. Peaceful coexistence, however, is not something inherited and left untouched. It is something that must be protected, practiced, and renewed by every generation. Today, that responsibility increasingly rests with the youth.
Peaceful coexistence is very important to sustainable development because it creates conducive environment. That's peace creates conducive environment for business, transport, communication, investment to take place. For instance, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, because they don't have peace, they are in war, internal wars, international pressures because of their resources and the divisions. Therefore, there is no development at all between the Eastern Congo and the Western Congo. The same situation in Somalia, South Sudan, Sudan, Ukraine, and other parts of the world. Therefore, if there is no peace, there is no development at all. We encourage the young people to engage in peaceful coexistence, to engage in negotiations, diplomatic ways and democratic ways to demand justice and other interests.
Tanzanian youth towards building their own nation, our role is to be part and parcels of the national development. Our role is to stand with our country, first being patriotic enough to understand that we ourselves are the Tanzanians. Nobody's coming to solve our own problems. So young people should create solutions of the problems that we have today, should be part and parcel of the government and decision-making process that we have today, so that our voices, and which young people are majority of the population, can be heard in the decision-making structure, the entire government and other bodies.
Youth advocates share their views on how young people can promote tolerance, dialogue, and mutual respect, and how their actions can help strengthen peaceful coexistence in Tanzania. From education and civic engagement to leadership and community initiatives, young Tanzanians believe that they have a role to play in shaping a peaceful society. They see themselves not just as future leaders, but as active participants in building harmony today. As Tanzania continues to grow and change, the spirit of peaceful coexistence remains our anchor. It connects our history to the present and guides the path forward. Peace is not only the absence of conflict, it is the presence of understanding, respect, and shared responsibility. And as long as Tanzanians continue to choose peace, generation after generation, we remain one nation, united and resilient. Teddy Mparinyanga, we are Tanzania.
Utanzania wangu ni muungano wetu na tofauti zetu zisibadilike tu.
And in sports news, Young Africans head coach Pedro Goncalves says his team has trained enough and they are ready to take on Al Ahly in the CAF Champions League encounter, finalizing with individual tactics on how they will approach the match at New Amani Complex, Zanzibar. Speaking in the press conference in Zanzibar, head coach Goncalves admitted that the match will be tough, but we are well prepared for tough games, while Al Ahly head coach Jess Thorup says they are that they will prepare with their own style to win the match and cement their position in the group.
We made our preparation in the field. We proceed with our preparation now in the hotel with some meetings, some individual meetings, team meetings with to plan. But if the match will be today, I think the team is ready. Sure, we have some setbacks. Some players are injured and cannot be able for the match.
But our aim is to play our way of football, and with this, hopefully winning the game tomorrow and bring us in an even better position in the group.
And that is sports news. And now, before we conclude the news bulletin for tonight, let's take a look at the weather focus for the next 24 hours.
Hello, dear viewer. Welcome again to the next 24 hours of forecast, starting tonight at 9 p.m. I'm Ramadan Omari from Tanzania Meteorological Authority. Rainfall models are showing signal of rainfall over some areas of our country, especially over the western part of our country, central towards southern part. And tonight over the southeastern highland, southern part of Morogoro region, Ruvuma, Lindi, and Mtwara regions are expected to feature partly cloudy condition, thunder showers over a few areas. And the remaining regions are expected to feature partly cloudy conditions. And tomorrow, areas, especially over the southeastern highland, southern part of Morogoro region, Ruvuma, Lindi, and Mtwara regions are expected to feature cloudy condition, thunder showers over a few areas, and sun interval. While in Kagera, Geita, Mwanza, Shinyanga, western part of our country, central and northern part of Morogoro region are expecting to feature partly cloudy condition, thunder showers over a few areas, and sun periods. And the remaining regions are expected to feature partly cloudy conditions and sun periods. In terms of windy patterns, we're expecting wind to flow at a speed of 20 kilometers per hour, especially over Lake Victoria. Over Lake Tanganyika and Lake Rukwa, wind speed is expected to reach 10 kilometers per hour. While over Lake Nyasa and the coastal areas, wind speed is expected to reach 30 kilometers per hour. And the state of the sea and lakes are expected to be slightly to moderate. And now, let's have a look on the next further forecast over some regions of our country. In Dar es Salaam, we're expecting to feature partly cloudy condition and light rain over a few areas. Over Dodoma, we're expecting partly cloudy condition, thunder showers over a few areas. In Mbeya region, we're expecting to feature partly cloudy condition and thunder showers over a few areas. In Mwanza region, we're expecting to feature partly cloudy condition and thunder showers over a few areas. In Kilimanjaro, we're expecting partly cloudy condition and sun periods. Over Morogoro, we're expecting partly cloudy condition and light rain over a few areas. And over Arusha, we're expecting partly cloudy condition and sun periods. And that is all for today. Thank you for watching and goodbye.
And that marks the end of the news bulletin for tonight. Don't miss our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. On behalf of the whole team, I am Caroline Maleo, wishing you a wonderful night.
Kwenye hili eneo